This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, guys. I want to talk about foods that you can eat that can help you from a nutritional density aspect. I'm gonna say that again. Foods you can eat that can help you from a nutritional density aspect. And then I got to get on to eating food because I've been fasting for 18 hours, man. And that intermittent fasting, boy, a lot of days is great. But some days, man, you be like, man, I can't wait to eat. I just got to keep it real, man. I think that's what people like out here in these streets, man. You know what I'm saying? These health streets. I keep it 100 with you guys, man. That's just how I roll. You know, I'm in the autophagy state. Remember, I told you guys if you fast 16 hours or longer, then that's when you're in that autophagy stage of fasting. That's when the cells are recycling itself. The stronger cells are absorbing the weaker cells, and hence those stronger cells are basically becoming stronger, and the weak cells itself turn to strong cells. Basically, the body's ridding itself, you know, and going through the detoxification and the natural cleansing phase. You know, it's the best time frame of fasting, the 16 to 24-hour period, man. That 16-hour to 24-hour period is ridiculous in terms of fasting. I'll talk about that in another video. But here's the foods to eat, you know what I'm saying, from the video that I made earlier today when you're talking about 3-day fast within 3 months. You want to make sure that you're incorporating berries. Berries are essential because they have a lot of antioxidant properties associated with them. So they help, you know, from eliminating free radical damage, you know, and they're helping in the cleansing and the detoxifying aspect of the body while your body is not having that meat consumption, because meat takes a lot of space in the digestive tract. So you need to eat foods that are nutritionally dense. Berries are nutritionally dense. Bananas are nutritionally dense. If you do not have, you know, a sugar problem and you're not a type 2 diabetic, then bananas would be a food for you to eat, because bananas, they do raise your blood sugar considerably, although they are a good fruit, you know, and they're filled with B vitamins and bromelain, which is a testosterone boosting and libido effect for men aspect of food, and it regulates women's estrogen. But the thing with bananas is they're rich in sugar. So, you know, if you're a person that has diabetic problems or sugar problems, then you need to consult with your doctor before consuming bananas. But if you're not that person, then I would recommend eating bananas because they are nutritionally dense. They have an assortment of minerals and vitamins associated with them. I would also recommend spirulina, chlorella, moringa, wheatgrass. It is beneficial and essential to add these greens. These are the most super greens on the planet. Better than just eating raw vegetables. Add that because they are nutritionally dense. They have a host of minerals and vitamins, you know, and they are alkaline. They keep the body in a state of alkalinity. And remember, like Dr. Otto Warburg said back in the 1930s, he's a Nobel Peace Prize winner. You know, he said that diseases and cancers cannot thrive in an alkaline environment. So I would incorporate adding those greens to your diet. The other thing to incorporate oatmeal. Oatmeal is nutritionally dense. Oatmeal is the best and the greatest whole grain on the planet. You know, it has a host of things for you to. It helps you. You know, you need about 48 grams of whole grains daily, anyways. To me, oatmeal is the best and the most richest one to go with because of the fact that it's a complex carb. You know, simple carbs can wreak havoc. And they can spike your insulin levels and cause you to go into, you know, insulin resistance. So you want to make sure that you're eating complex carbs, things like green leafy vegetables, things like oatmeals, things like sweet potatoes. You know, those are complex carbs. But oatmeal is nutritionally dense and it has a wealth of minerals and vitamins, especially magnesium. Magnesium is essential for bone regeneration and it's essential for sleep. So just consider that, you know, it's a essential mineral for the body, and oatmeal has that in droves. Dark chocolate. I know D Jefferson's going to love this one, boy, because his ass loves some dark chocolate. Remember, make sure the cacao percentage is 70% and higher, and make sure you opt for an organic, vegan gluten-free, soy-free version of cacao, dark chocolate, the cacao nibs. It could be the nibs. The nibs are those little small, dark chocolate. They're kind of like in small dark chocolate, pieces, chunks and pieces, or the cacao powder itself, or dark chocolate bars. But, eat it responsibly, because dark chocolate is very high in saturated fats, and you don't want too much saturated fats in your diet. Remember, if you're eating 2,000 calories, you should eat no more than 20 grams of saturated fat. If you're eating 2,500 calories, you should eat no more than 25 grams of saturated fats. And if you're eating 3,000, you don't want no more than 30 grams of saturated fat. And then it keeps going on. So depending on your calorie load for the day, just make sure you watch your saturated fats, because too much saturated fats in the diet can raise your blood your blood pressure, and it can cause heart problems. So just be mindful of that. But dark chocolate is a flavonoid. It's an antioxidant food. It fills you up. It's good for the digestive tract. It creates and generates bowel movements, which is essential and beneficial for your health, and it keeps you young, youthful, and vibrant. So I would definitely add that. Avocados. It's the best fat on the planet, nutritionally dense. Avocado is the #1 potassium food on the planet, way more potassium. I say about 3-4 times the potassium of a banana. I would incorporate that. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes is the muscle building friend. It's probably the best carb on the planet. It's complex. It has beta carotene in it, which means AKA vitamin A, is essential for the eyes. And sweet potatoes is dense. It'll help you as you're going through that 3-day fast with no meat. You'll feel dense. You'll feel full. Nuts, Brazil nuts and macadamia nuts. Those are the 2 best nuts on the planet. Men, those are testosterone boosting nuts, because they're high in selenium, high in magnesium, high in zinc. These are all beneficial minerals that the body needs so they can produce maximum and high testosterone. That's what we want. We want hard erections, man. That's what we want, man. I know it sounds funny, but that's what we want, man. Women, it regulates your estrogen levels. You want your estrogen levels, and you want your hormones to be regulated, because when women's hormones are regulated, they have balance. Hence, you won't have no estrogen issues, because women can't have too much estrogen. It throws their body off whack. It throws it off cylinder. And sweet potato helps in that regard. Sweet potato also regenerates your bones. You know what I'm saying? It regenerates your body. It heals the body of any ailments. So those are beneficial foods to add. Dates. Again, if you don't have a sugar problem, because dates are really high in sugar, dates are good. They're also a testosterone boosting food as well too. And they regulate estrogen. I would recommend adding those foods as a supplement, because they are nutritionally dense, and they will help you through that 3-day fast of not eating meat or abstaining from meat. This is He Knows His Sport. Checking out.